as a church decide that we have a right to do something that's not in here and to change it in one way or another, or insert our own judgment over the judgment of God, that we as a church cease to please God. So I hope we've gotten those two lessons out of all of that we've done up to this point, because they're really important lessons as we look at the life of Israel as we go throughout this time and see them being that holy nation, or trying to be that holy nation. God's worship is holy. Certainly that's another lesson. Our last point is that God's holiness requires punishment to evildoers. I don't know how many times that we can say it. God will not tolerate sin in the camp. When we talk about His way being the holy way, it certainly was to Israel, and it is to us as well. I want to close out tonight with John chapter 4, verse 24. God is a spirit, and those who worship Him, and you help me fill in the rest of it, must worship Him in spirit and in truth. And that's the bottom line to that. Questions or comments? John?
I think it's necessary to tell us also don't play to God. And necessary to tell us also don't play to God.
Don't play.
Don't play with God.
Don't play with God. Don't use any propane fire. Yeah, absolutely. Anything else? I'm showing about 2 minutes. Is that right? All right. If we can, it's okay to be through 2 minutes earlier. Oh, wait a minute. Bonnie.
Sarah tried to help God out by giving Hagar to Abraham, and then Abraham tried to help God out by saying Sarah was his sister.
All right, good points. How many examples do we have of people trying to help God?
A lot.
Sarah tried to help Abraham out by giving him Hagar. Abraham later talked about Sarah being his sister. All these kind of things. We've got example after example after example of us thinking that we're smarter than God. And the truth of the matter is, we're not. Anything else? Thank you very much. Next week we will finish, by the way, Exodus and Leviticus.